All right, man. This is an impromptu video. We just finished recapping today's trades, and as I was wrapping it up, um, we were looking at the SPY, and I had mentioned that this area right here was going to act as a great area of support. And look at the SPY came right down to it. I said I wasn't taking any more trades too, but this bounce was so nice. This bounce was so nice that I switched back over to my trading setup and I said, let me watch this thing. Let me see if this is going to fail. I was hoping, tell you what I was hoping. I was hoping that this came up, pull back about half, caught traction, buyer step back in, and it goes higher. It's disappointing me. It is disappointing me. So I probably won't take a trade now. But that was the reason why I switched over. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and set up. And if this trade works the way I think it will, I might take another trade on it. Look at the volume. Let me blow those up. Look at the volume in those green candles. That was some serious buyers stepping up in those candles. And sellers just pushed it back down. But look at the volume. There's no volume in there. There is no volume. So I think I'm going to continue to watch this. I'm not going to trade it off this 1 minute chart at all. But I might take a trade off the 5 minute, even though we got this decent sized red candle. Look at the volume. There's no real volume in that candle. So what I'm going to look for is this candle to close in about 30 seconds. It'll be closing. And then I'm going to look for the next 5 minute candle to form, see what it does. And if it goes higher, we might take a trade. But it was looking good. Oh, it just that quick. That's how quick a trade can change on you. And if we look at the 15 and the 30, this is still setting up to go lower too. So this might be breaking that area. Let me see. Let's see what we got loaded over here. I'm never really biased. I'm never biased. I'm going to play what the charts are showing me. And the charts are showing me that the buyers are in pretty good control. Or not the buyers, but the sellers are in control. All right, so we're going to go ahead and load up 4. We're in our main account right now, too. I'm not trading my small account. So I'm going to load up 4. In that account, my risk is a little more, take a little bit more risk. So we're going to jump in this trade with it breaking. We're going to jump in this trade. So y'all just saw me get in the trade with 4 contracts. We're doing this one right here. Let's highlight it. April 13, 439 contracts. Let's go ahead and set our brackets. We'll give this one, usually in this account, I'm risking about $50 per trade. So we'll set our target right now for 100, just so I can come down here and adjust my bracket. Uh-oh, why is this thing so fidgety? Let's set our bracket to 50. Kind of expand this one. I'm trying to expand it so we can see where it's at. Let's see. Buyers, the sellers was fairly strong, so let's see what it does. I just noticed where my bracket was sitting at. That's that giving it extra room. I didn't give it enough room where I had it set at, so I had to drag it up a little bit more to put it on that line I wanted it on. Blow this out a little bit. Look at the big picture. We'll look at the big picture on the 30. This is giving us the big picture. Our next area of concern would be right there. Let's see. We dropped our area of concern and we see where our target is at. So we have room. We have good room, and there go the trade. There's the trade. Now, the one thing we know that these markets don't really have follow through. So at this point, this is how I usually get myself in trouble too. I'll start bringing my stop up and not letting the trade work. So let's let this thing work. We want to be, and actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and move my target up to there. Like I said, we're watching the charts. This time of day, the 1 minute chart is not so important as the longer time frames. So I'm watching the 5 minute primarily to see how that candle is forming. But see what it does. You look over here, or even here, you'll see we got our target is just above this area because we don't want it to come just down to the area and bounce, not go all the way down to it. So we're going to leave it right there. Not liking how the buyers are coming in though, but we're going to try to hold conviction to the trade. All right, sorry about that. I had a phone call come in that I had to take, but we're still in this trade. See that it kind of pulled back on the 1 minute. On the 2 minute, which is on my thumbnail watch list, it still looks good. We got top and tails. 5 minutes still looking decent. Let's blow up the blow the 30 minute back up so we can see what it looks like. And then we got the 15 down there. So we're just gonna let this trade play. Trying to see it get down to this area right here. Trying to see it get down. This area here is kind of acting like some little minor resistance. I'm gonna drop a line right there. See how it's kind of just bouncing off of that right now? So that is giving me a little worry because I would have wanted to see that just break through that clean. So it's kind of just chopping along right now. It's gonna need to break through that, and I think if it breaks through that, that's gonna be a pretty strong area that it breaks through. So this is what they say trading is: a lot of preparation and a lot of just watching. It is. We're getting some nice top and tails off of that. Look at the 5 minute. It's setting up for a nice top and tail. Slowly starting to push through. Slowly starting to push through there. Up, and there it go. That area is really acting as a good area of resistance, keeping it going down lower. And this is where you just have to have conviction. You got to have your stop set, and you just got to say, okay, I'm gonna either stop out or I'm gonna hit the target. That's one of my crutches, is that I kind of want to be inching that stop up. Sometimes it needs all of that room. Needs all of that room to make the move. But look at it. It's fighting. There it go. It's breaking down below it, but it's fighting. We're in four contracts right now. Four put plays. Let's see what this 5-minute candle does. This is the one that we want to see kind of get through there strong. We look at our other time frames, the 15 and the 30. They both still look good, but yeah, this is definitely an area that we did not see on a chart. Let's see. Maybe right there, just this one little, that's it right there, but doesn't look like a major area. Definitely does not look like a major area, but it is acting as a area of price action. But again, going to hold conviction on this trade. We are going to hold conviction. And as you can see how these candles have gotten smaller, it's not much volume being traded. We are the back end of the day. It's 2:30. Like I said, this is usually when I'm sitting down to see if I see anything moving. But I went ahead and got my recap out of the way for the small account. Like I said, we took this trade in the main account. This is kind of curling. Definitely don't want to see that curl. So conviction is starting to leave a little bit. Starting to curl. So let's see what this thing is going to do. Like I said, I somewhat take a little responsibility because I did not see that this area was right here. This would have gave me some expectation to know this is going to be my first area. So how do we want to do this? I want to tighten the stop. And I think that's what I am going to do. I think I'm going to tighten the stop up. Because if this comes back up, then the move is pretty much dead. So I'll tighten the stop. I'll tighten the stop up. I'll tighten the stop. And we're going to keep our target still just about where it was at. But yeah, that area there, we definitely missed it. And that's the importance of marking those areas on the chart so that we know where it's at. And you see, I put my stop at the top end of that little curl right there. Put it just at the top of where that, you look at the 1 minute, how it's kind of curling. Let's see if we can get some. We're getting volume stepping in. There we go. And this is about the 438.75 area on the chart. So if you look up at the top, you look at the time and sales, 438.63, 61. So the sellers are trying to keep this under 475. And if they could win that battle, this thing should, there we go, set a new low. That's what I was looking for right there. Now we need the push. Now we need the push. Now we need the push. And I'm going to bring this back to where it was at, because when we set those new brackets, it moved it. So once we get to 100, we'll move our stop. We will move our stop up so that we can capture some profit. Because we'd hate to let this come all the way back against us. So we want to see our target. Go ahead, get up to which is basically 1R on what we would be risking on 4 contracts. See it making this red, but I'm making this green. No volume in that right now, so that's not a concern. No volume was in that. Same thing, we saw that on the 5-minute. Didn't really have any volume, so that was no real concern. In the mornings, these would play out a whole lot quicker. These would play out a whole lot quicker, but just no volume in the afternoon. And this is when you just basically set your stop and you let it go. We're at 100 right now. It was just at 100, and look at it come back up. See, I missed that on my part. Still no real volume on that candle. No volume on the 5-minute. But should have been quicker to get my stop in place to go ahead and capture at least a half R. That's that thing where I say that that's an area. It came down to that area. All right, sellers, where y'all at? This is real-time trading. Real-time trading. Need them sellers there. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see, those sellers. But again, there's a fight. We're getting some volume in it now, though. Where's our target at? Look, we got our target right there. We're going to, if this comes up and tags us, we'll let it tag us. There it go. There it go. There it go. That's what we're talking about. That was a battle. But that's trading, y'all. That is trading. That is trading. That's reading the chart. That was reading the chart and just trying to stick to our conviction on it. A lot of times, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of times I wanted to move that stop up to break even. Whew. A lot of times I wanted to take it up to break even. But look at it fighting at that area right now. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for real now. We're done. That was nice $150. Nice $150 that we just made into our main account. And we're going to wrap this one up. Peace.